Hi everyone, how are you doing today? I hope you are having a wonderful day today. Today I'm here just with a tag video, a little chatty video. This is called 21 Questions Tag, and it was started by Allie Glines. I will be linking her below. I've been seeing a lot of people do this video as well. This is a fun one, just all about makeup, obviously. Let's get right into it since there are 21 questions. I have a bunch of makeup here to show you as well in relation to these questions. Okay, so the very first one is, what is the oldest makeup product in your collection? Oh man, I wish I had done this tag like a year ago, because then I could have showed you guys some very old makeup. We're talking well over a decade old. I had old eyeliners and stuff that I would still occasionally use. I know it's not good, but I cleaned all that stuff out. So now the oldest thing I have is from 2018. It's this lipstick liner from, did I say lipstick liner? It's a lip liner from Lipstick Queen. I have it in the shade Natural. This came in a subscription box. You can see. And I don't wear it very often, but I find it to be a very handy color from where I'm wearing anything that leans a little bit more brick red like that. So yeah, that is my oldest product. Still doing fine. What is your most recent makeup purchase? So I just did an Ipsy bag unboxing, or the Ipsy Glam Bag X, and this product came in there. This is from Patrick Ta. This is the Monochrome Moment Velvet Blush in She's Passionate. I'm loving it. It's gorgeous. You guys know how I feel about blush. It makes me sing, apparently. But that's the shade there. The third question is, what is the first makeup product you ever used? And from the way she did this question, I think it's like the first product you ever bought for yourself. And I think it might have been an Avon lip gloss. I am not sure, but definitely either a lip gloss or a mascara. If it was mascara, it was probably Maybelline Great Lash. What is a makeup trend that you used to love but now you hate? At first, I wasn't sure if I would have anything for this. I don't necessarily hate any makeup trends, but then I thought back, Paula over a beauty guru made me think of this, because she was showing all her pictures from her inventory on her Instagram, and she talked about these Mary Kay bronzing beads, and holy moly, did that bring back memories. I remember my mom hosting a Mary Kay party, and I don't remember if I bought them or if she bought them for me or what, but she bought me those Mary Kay bronzing beads, and I would use them all over my face. Like, I know now bronzing is used almost like a facial contouring type thing, just here and the high points of the face. Well, that's not how we used the bronzing beads back then. They went all over the face, and I loved them. I used up that entire container of bronzing beads, and now I very rarely bronze. In order for me to bring out like the one bronzer that I own, I have to be looking pretty pale, and I use an extremely light hand. Like, I'm just not a fan of the heavy bronzer. I don't like it when you can see like the stripe of bronzer here. I feel like it looks very unnatural. And I've seen it where people do it where it does add dimension back to the face and you don't like see stripes of bronzer. It looks really nice. I do like how that looks. I'm just a bit lazy. I can't. I just don't often add it into my routine. So I guess that would be something I could say for that. For the opposite question now, so what is a makeup trend that you used to hate but you now love? And that was easy for me because I used to hate, if you can believe this, blush. And I think it comes from growing up in the 90s, and the 80s trend was still around of very, very heavy, thick blush here. At least that's how I saw a lot of women wear it, and I thought it looked so unnatural, and I didn't care for it. It was often a very bright pink, and so I avoided blush for a very, very long time. Now I love blush. Like, I adore it. It's one of the biggest categories in my stash, and I don't mind if I've got a big stripe of blush going on here. I mean, I do like to have it a little more blended than just a stripe of blush, but I like a really rosy cheek nowadays. So yeah, I've done a complete 180 on the blush. The sixth question, what is your favorite step in your makeup routine? Definitely blush. I have to be careful not to add too much. I really, really enjoy the process of blush. Probably for the same reason that a lot of people enjoy bronzer. I feel like it brings life back to my face, or sometimes not back to my face, just to my face in the first place. When I get tired, I'm not one of those people who can fake it. I look very, very drawn looking, and I don't really need to be that tired to look that way. I look sickly when I just need to go lay down. Anyway, so blush really, I feel like, helps me look a little more alive. Number 7, what is a makeup product you can't live without? Okay, so let's be real, I can live without any makeup products, but in terms of what I would reach for if I could only have 1 or 2 things on my face, like if I had 10 seconds to get ready, it would be either a lip gloss or a mascara. Probably mascara, just because I feel like it makes me look awake. And I do have more small, more close-set eyes, and having mascara really opens up my eyes and it just really helps me out, I feel. And if I would have the time for a gloss, same thing. When I am tired, even my lips get pale. Like I get like dead person lips, I feel. So it's important for me to have some color, even if it's just something clear and shiny. I guess it doesn't need to be color, just something on my lips. It helps me out. So question 8, I'm not sure what I'm gonna say for this. What sparked your love for makeup? So I'm watching a lot of other people talk about this. They talk about how they're artists in other avenues of artistry, like painting and such, and it just turned into a love for makeup and artistry on the face, and that is just not me. I suppose I could say what sparked my interest and my love for it was YouTube. I actually remember finding beauty YouTube for the first time not that long ago. It was just a few years ago. Previously in my 20s, I had zero interest. But I do remember this very particular moment looking at some pictures of myself and man, wishing that I had been wearing some blush or something because I just looked so tired and drawn. I was young and I'm like, man, I shouldn't look so tired. And so I really wanted to find some makeup to assist me, but I had literally zero knowledge of what to do. So I Googled, I think, makeup starter kit or something, and it brought me to a Tati makeup video. And that was what sent me down the beauty YouTube hole. And from there, I found indie makeup. I found Angelica Navikvist, which I can't wear makeup like she does. I just don't have the skills, but I find her very inspiring with her use of color. I found all these other indie makeup artists. And so yeah, definitely YouTube, I'd say. Sparked my love for it. Question number 9, what is the worst makeup look you've ever done? So I don't think I have the picture for this. In fact, I'm sure I don't. I'm pretty sure I got rid of it. But I was trying to follow a tutorial using the Nomad palette. The YouTuber doing the video, doing the tutorial, this has a very different eye shape than me, and her makeup always looks glorious and not too overdone. So I thought, even though I'm using more grungy colors, I'm gonna try and follow her tutorial. What I should have done is just taken what she was using for colors and general eye placement and then changed the tutorial to more suit my eye shape. It was just way too dark and much on me. It just ended up not looking good. Not good. Very dark, very wild and out of control. Question number 10, what is your favorite makeup look you've ever done? So I don't have a picture of this either. However, I do recall a moment last summer. I must have been having a really good skin day and a really good blush day too. And I happened to be just walking by my vanity and I was like, oh my goodness, I really like my makeup today. On that particular day, it was very kind of a monochromatic, very dewy look that I was wearing. And I remember I was wearing this shade from Makeup Geek. This is In the Spotlight. And it was kind of how I discovered that I love this type of peachy, very shiny lid. Every time I swatch that shade, I'm just like, yes. But it was a very simple look, but I remember it because I felt just really pretty and not overdone. So anyway, that's probably one of my favorite makeup looks. Question number 11, what is your favorite drugstore makeup product? This is really hard, but the first thing that came to mind was from Essence, and it is the Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara. It is so good. It's interesting how mascara seems to work really well for others and really not well for some. And this is one that gets hyped a lot on YouTube and it really worked for me. I feel like it's a one coat mascara. It separates, it elongates, it volumizes, and it stays nice and curled and lifted all day, and it doesn't smudge on me. For such a reasonable price too. It's just amazing. What is your favorite Splurge makeup product? This was another really hard one. I almost chose a blush because blush is my life nowadays, but I actually had to go with these indie palettes from Kaleidos Makeup. I feel like I show these to you quite a bit. For one, I love the packaging, I love the color stories, I love the theming, I love the textures, I love the formula. Like, it's just They're just really, really beautiful products. And these, I don't know, I have a special attachment to them. Like right now I'm doing pan in every palette and I don't even want to have pan in these palettes yet. I might get to that point at some point down the road, but right now I'm excluding these from that project because I want them to stay looking pretty. If I hit pan naturally, that's one thing in one of these, but I don't like want to intentionally try and hit pan in these. And this is one of those brands that I like watched Angelica Navikvis talk about for a couple years before I finally let myself splurge and buy them. For such a small palette, they are more on the spendy side. I think they're $24 or something like that, but I think they're worth it. They're one of those items that just checks all the boxes in terms of both beautiful to look at, but also works really, really well. Anyway, I have 3 of them. They're definitely my favorite splurge. What is your most repurchased makeup product? So I struggle with this one a little bit as well because, like I said, the past few years is when I've only started really getting into makeup. And so thinking back over the past, I don't know, 20 years or so that I have been wearing makeup, in the last 15 at least of those, I didn't really pay attention to what I used. I do know, however, that I always went after a very specific shade of gloss. I would only have one. I would not really pay attention to what brand it was. I would just go down the drugstore aisle and look for a very specific shade. And I just pulled one out of my gloss collection that is the shade I would go for. This is the shade Messy Bun from Dose of Colors. For the longest time, this was like the only shade of lip color that I wore. A very mauve-y, sometimes leaning more rosy or sometimes a little more bronzy than this one. But yeah, I wouldn't pay attention at all to brand, and a lot of times I couldn't remember what I had liked, so I would just go and look for this type of color in the tube. Definitely my most repurchased. And I would do the same thing with mascara. I could never remember which mascaras I liked, so I would just pick based on packaging. 14th question, what is your earliest makeup memory? This is so fun to think about. So I must have been very young, just thinking about how my grandmother was talking to me. Like, she wasn't talking down to me, but just the words she was using. I must have been, I don't know, 4 or 5 maybe. And I remember her asking if I wanted some spiffy. And what she meant was mascara. She was putting on, and she goes, would you like some spiffy? And I was like, yes! And I remember her like barely like the ends of my lashes, giving me some mascara, and then giving me a little bit of hairspray, and like, there, now you look spiffy. And I thought, I felt just so grown up and so cute. And that is a treasured memory for sure. And I remember later when I was older, hearing her ask the same thing to one of my younger cousins, and asking if they wanted some spiffy. And of course, every little kid is like, yay, I want to be spiffy. Question number 15, what is your favorite place to shop for makeup? Where I live, I don't have a whole lot of options. We recently got an Ulta, which is very exciting, but I do most of my shopping online, I guess. Although, in terms of excitement, I suppose I would have to say TJ Maxx. That just came to me because I get excited when I go in there because I never know what I'm going to find. So yeah, that would probably be my favorite place to shop for makeup. What is the most underrated makeup product that you own? I think I'm gonna have to go with these glosses from Essence. I barely hear anyone talk about them. I have the clear one, which is so good, and the Shine 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 in the shade Happiness in a Bottle. So this is the cream formula. They also have a formula that has more of like the little micro shimmers in them. Am I really gonna swatch a clear gloss for you? Yeah, I guess I am. But this is one of those lip gloss formulas that feels like plush on the lips. Like, it's more of a more thick lip gloss. So if you like the Maybelline one or the Fenty one, you'd probably enjoy these. There's the clear one. It's very high shine. There's the cream one. Yeah, you can see it's the shade of gloss I bought for the longest time. But they have a very sweet scent, and I feel like the effect of them is very similar to the Maybelline or the Fenty. In fact, I'm wearing a Fenty gloss today. Very pretty, but I don't feel like you need to spend the money to get a really, really nice gloss formula. These are beautiful. Lots of different colors to choose from. What is the most overrated makeup product you own? I was thinking of maybe going for the Fenty gloss because, like I said, they are nice, but I do feel you could get other gloss formulas for much less money. But I think I'm actually gonna have to go with a mascara, and I know some people are gonna wildly disagree with me on this, but this is the Thrive Cosmetics liquid lash extensions in the shade Bryn. This mascara, you guys, sometimes it makes my lashes look amazing. And I'm like, yes, I get the hype. And other times, like today, I'm gonna lean, I suppose, I tried to fix it as best as I could, but I had the serious tarantula lashes going on where it clumped my lashes together and like instantly dried and I could not fix it. Adding, like trying to brush through only made it worse. So I have either one or the other experience with that mascara, with this mascara. This is how the wand looks. And when people love this mascara, they really love it. Like I think Allie Glines, I think is it her that raves about this mascara? But it's not just her. I've heard lots of people rave about this one. And when it looks good, it really looks good. Like I totally get it, but it's not consistent for me. I don't know what the problem is, but sometimes it's tarantula leg mascara, which I really dislike. But I very rarely hear anyone else say that about this. Most people rave about it, so I don't know if I must be in the minority. What is a discontinued makeup product that you wish would come back? Okay, I wish that Anastasia would bring this back. I know I'm not the only one to mention this palette, and I'm sure everyone is so tired of hearing it. But compared to the other Anastasia palettes I've tried, this formula is the best. And they need to bring back both the color story and this formula, because it's the best one. Where do you go for makeup inspiration? YouTube. I go to YouTube. I feel like I don't need to spend a lot of time on that, but I am going to share one person lately who I've been finding very inspiring because she's so into the cream products, just like I'm into, very much into a natural eye makeup look and like more heavy blush, but also very glossy lips. Her name is Amanda Z. I'll link her below. I've been finding her very inspiring lately. Question number 20, what do you hope to see less of in makeup's future? I want to see less of the promotion of Instagram type makeup as normal. I think a lot of us know that in real life that looks very heavy and not good. I think all of us have seen people that are wearing such heavy foundation where it looks like a mask, where you can see perhaps the line of demarcation. I feel like people have gotten better with that nowadays, but it just does not look good. And I would rather see more day-to-day makeup promoted instead of such heavy makeup. And number 21, what do you hope to see more of in makeup's future? Bring on the cream products. Bring it all on. I love it. I love how that's the trend right now. Lots of cream blushes are coming out, lots and lots. The very less is more makeup is in style right now, which I am so about. I love it. I hope that trend continues. So anyway, guys, those are my answers to the 21 questions. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. Let me know down below what your answers to some of those questions would be. I'd be very much interested to hear your guys's as well. And Allie has opened up this tag to be talked about by anybody, so if you want to do this tag, feel free to do so. Once again, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon in my next video. Bye!